Watch Barack Obama's hateful message exposed by FBI special agent. Before President Obama made it into office, our country was better than ever before. We were growing together, loving one another, and making progress. Then Obama ruined everything. Retired FBI agent Cesar Paz recently went on video to speak about how the world has changed over the past couple of years. He spoke at length about how Obama and everyone in the liberal mainstream media have gone out of their way to incite violence and promote hate in our country. Via Dennis Michael Lynch. While speaking, Paz went into detail explaining the chilling parallels between ISIS and the left. Is there a difference between ISIS members who kill their own people and some of our own people who promote and advocate violence and the destruction of private property? Paz asked. Liberals get up on their metaphorical soapboxes and preach down to the masses. They both want to resist the American way, and they want to do it violently. Obama is the main culprit. He promoted hatred throughout his entire 8 years in office. The reason the left ate it? Obama was admittedly quite good at deceiving people with his speeches. He articulates his words and speaks them with a smile. He very rarely said anything of substance, but his demeanor was enough to trick people, and he knew it. Remember when Obama happily praised Black Lives Matter for their fight against racism? When in fact they're one of the most toxic terrorist organizations in the world. BLM does not want equal rights because they already have that. They want superiority. The mainstream media aired a BLM leader's speech in Chicago and made it appear as if he claimed the group's goal was to stop the violence. The left cheered in unison. The problem is that the tape was edited poorly. If you saw the full clip, you heard the leader saying, "We need to stop destroying their property," and encouraging his supporters to essentially invade wealthy white neighborhoods. In fact, that BLM was praised for this speech only furthered their ego and agenda. Now they can practice what they preach, and no one is going to stand in their way. It's a disgusting notion, but it is the reality of the situation. Liberals will not stop until they have complete control of this country. We cannot let that happen. Their plans consist of using violence to suppress and eventually dominate everyone who doesn't agree with them. Take a look at the terrorist attack at the GOP baseball practice meet. A cook heard Bernie Sanders speak, took his words literally, and many people were tragically impacted because of it. It was so reminiscent of an ISIS attack that it gives us chills and makes our blood boil. We can come out on top here. The key is to let the left know that we will not allow them to bully or suppress us anymore. We're all allowed to have our own opinions without feeling sorry. It may be an uphill battle, but we will come out victoriously. Let's take a listen here to this FBI agent Cesar Paz.
Edward Allen Locke is a United States citizen, or was a United States citizen. He was born in the state of New Mexico. His parents were from the Middle East. When he was a young boy, he was taken back to the Middle East, where he was raised, where he was educated, and later on in life he became an imam, a religious leader of Islam. Unfortunately, he became a radical imam, and through his speeches, sermons, and communications, that he made public, he incited people to go out and commit acts of violence against U.S. interests and against U.S. persons. totally and completely wrong. It has been linked to acts of terrorism from 9/11 to Fort Hood. Well, the United States government decided that he was such a threat that he was killed during a drone attack in September of 2011, about 6 years ago. Well, it so happens that here in the United States, we also have people that think the same way, feel the same way, and because they use their either microphone through media, and some members of the media are involved in this, or if they use their position in government or in public life, they incite people to go out and do horrible things. Look at all the riots that we had last year and this year, before and after the election, especially after the elections. We have people here in the media, we have people in politics, in government, that actually, through their messages, through their tweets, through their speeches, they fuel hatred. Hatred from the left, liberals, against those that do not think like them, not just conservatives, but others as well. And I would like to mention just a few names. Rachel Maddow from MSNBC, Anderson Cooper, Andrew Mitchell, Don Lemon, Wolf Blitzer, Stephen Colbert, the horrible things that he has said for what? For ratings? Come on. Seth Meyers, Bill Mayer, Jimmy Kimmel, Joy Wright. In government, former Attorney General Eric Holder. My gosh, he should be the poster child, but he should be the advocate or the attorney for Black Lives Matter, which I consider, not just me, but many others as well, they consider a terrorist group, a domestic terrorist group. Don't go too far. Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Van Jones, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders. Their messages carry hatred. Hatred towards those that are not like them. Now, I'm not suggesting that somebody goes out there and nukes them. That's not what I'm saying, by all means. But what I'm saying is that not only them, but people should think about the things they say, the meaning behind their words, and see if that actually helps society, that helps this country. It is, to me, not only wrong, I think it's illegal, it's un-American, it's hypocritical, it's insensitive. And that's what I'm suggesting. Is there a difference between ISIS members that killed their own people? They killed more Muslims than anybody else. Is there a difference between them and some of our own people that promote, advocate violence, the destruction of private property, businesses, or the destruction of human life? Look what happened on June 14th of this year. A member of the House with 3 Capitol Police law enforcement officers were shot and wounded by a man, James Hodgkinson, who was fueled by the messages that Bernie Sanders has given, has made public. And then I see Bernie Sanders come up to the podium, come up behind the microphone, and sort of like putting distance between himself and the things that he has said in the past. Come on, rewind and see what he has said. Look at it. It's all online. You can find it. You can find it on social media. You can find it on YouTube. Videos of his messages, speeches. Is there a difference between those and them, some of our own people here? Is there? That's up to you to think about it and answer. And there are only a few that are actually speaking out. Our own members of Congress, the House and the Senate, Republicans, they are not taking a stand. They're not doing anything regarding this. They should do more. My gosh. You know, it seems to me that they don't give a flying fig, that they don't really care, and if they don't do something about it, if they don't stop, if they don't raise their voices and actually speak for the people that put them on those seats, things could change, not just for society here in the U.S., but also for them, because they may not find themselves sitting in those seats. Act like you care, Republicans. Fight the hatred. Act like you give a damn. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, where was Obama when all this was happening? Did he come out and say anything when the riots were taking place? Did he come out, or Hillary come out and say to stop these protests? This is not right. Anything. They did not do a thing. They were actually happy that those protests were taking place. They wanted that the upheaval happening. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.